Hi, I'm Carson Manning, founder of Insta-Fix. The following demonstration will show you thousands of applications that will save you time and money. First, I'll demonstrate just the adhesive. I'll cut an O-ring in half. Then take the adhesive and put a small amount. 1 drop is all you need, on one side only. Push the ends together, starving it of oxygen, forming the bond. Wipe off the excess. Now it is completely cured. I'm pulling this as hard as I can. It will not come apart, and it was bonded instantly. This is an O-ring I demonstrated about a year ago. I cut this about 50 times. This part here is barely connected, but it is completely bonded and still will not come apart. Now we're going to bond metal to metal. Make sure your surface is clean, with no rust, no grease, no oil. I'm going to put a small drop of adhesive on one side only. The viscosity of the adhesive is just like water, so it's going to flow wherever there is a crack, leak, or break. Now squeeze them together, pushing the oxygen out. Give it about a second, and it's bonded. It will not come apart. Look at the strength of the Insta-Fix bond. Insta-Fix is ideal for a thread lock. All you do is you put a little bit of adhesive onto the bolt. You take the nut, you screw it on securely, wait about 5 seconds. I'm going to put a wrench on this. I'm going to torque it. I cannot get it off. The Insta-Fix temperature range is -30 to 300 Fahrenheit. To unlock the thread, use your torch to bring up the temperature. To show the strength of Insta-Fix, we cut a tempered steel chain. We added 1 drop of adhesive to one side only. We pushed them together, once again starving it of oxygen. After a few seconds, it's bonded. I'm going to try to pull this apart with all my strength. It will not come apart. In fact, an independent lab tested Insta-Fix to well over 800 pounds. Look what Insta-Fix can do for all your plumbing needs, without soldering. Clean your pipe, put on 1 drop of adhesive, spread it around. Now we can take PVC and join it to copper. Or copper to copper, and even rubber to copper, without any fittings or hose clamps, instantly for a watertight seal. We're drilling this pipe to show how you can repair holes, cracks, and leaks of all kinds in copper, PVC, rubber, virtually all materials with the revolutionary new Insta-Fix filler. First, turn off the water pressure. Then clean the surface and apply a small drop of adhesive to the hole. Then a light dusting of Insta-Fix filler, and your leak is repaired instantly. Turn the water back on, absolutely no downtime, and it's non-toxic and non-hazardous. Before Insta-Fix, it was impossible to make a solder joint between PVC and copper. Just dust with a little filler, then soak with adhesive, wipe, and instantly you have a no-heat solder. If you try to weld a leak in an air conditioning coil, you can make 5 new holes for every one you fix. But now, a little adhesive, a dusting of filler, and you're back in business. Again, with no downtime. These coils run about 300 psi. No problem for Insta-Fix. It's been tested to 2,700 psi. To fill voids, cracks, or holes, follow this technique. Apply a backing to the hole. Then start with a small amount of filler. Soak it with the adhesive, and keep repeating until it's filled. You are building this in layers, but it will cure as a solid mass. This is a great way to repair loose screws and hinges on cupboards, doors, even garage doors. Any loose screws on any material. When you get to the top, level it off. One last soak. Wipe. And there, it's done. Cured instantly. Ready for drilling or tapping. This is a cast iron manifold. It wasn't winterized properly and cracked. We repaired it with the same technique. First a little filler, a little adhesive, until the crack was filled. The repair is now as hard as the cast iron itself. We wanted to add fittings to the same manifold. We drilled a larger hole, filled it using the filler and adhesive, and tapped it, all in seconds. This expensive pipe cutter fell off a ladder and broke. It's cast metal, and until now, impossible to repair. Using filler, then adhesive, building up a weld, it was fixed in no time. Repairing gouges and nicks in wood flooring or furniture is just as easy. Fill the damaged surface with the filler, smooth it out with a straight edge, soak it thoroughly with the adhesive, and wipe. Give it a quick sand, and it's instantly paintable and stainable. Insta-Fix will become an essential part of your pool and spa repair kit. This backwash filter pump had a hairline crack from putting a gauge in too tight, a common problem. We opened it up with a hacksaw, started with the filler, add 1 drop of adhesive. We actually made a new complete watertight piece. The gauge will tap the repair itself. You're up and running and save the cost of a brand new pump. This acrylic skimmer cover cracked and broke, so we used a few drops of adhesive and pushed it together. Then we made a weld without heat by using the filler, followed by the adhesive. This will not break. Before Insta-Fix, acrylic was impossible to repair, and this piece was garbage. This skimmer plate cracked and a piece was lost, so we used some tape as a mold. Added the filler, then the adhesive, gave it a wipe, and removed the tape. It's now completely repaired and instantly paintable and stainable. No downtime whatsoever. This is a vinyl pool liner, which is extremely hard to repair. Take 1 small drop of adhesive, spread it around, then squeeze it to remove the air, starving the oxygen. Okay, now I'm going to pull it. Oh, I broke it. But not on the repair. The Insta-Fix bond held tight. With Insta-Fix, you can adhere virtually any material to any other material. Metal to plastic, molding to plastic, which is very difficult, and rubber to plastic. Now here's a problem everyone will face at least once in their life. How do you attach a rubber fan belt to a brick? Actually, the brick is very porous, but Insta-Fix bond is so strong we had to cut the rubber off. We needed to anchor this bolt into the brick. All we did was drill a hole, drop in a bolt, add a little filler, then some adhesive, give it a wipe, and instantly this bolt is anchored and will not come out. Here's some glazed tile. That used to be an impossible repair. Again, we used the same technique. We added a tiny bit of adhesive, spread it around, If you use too much, just shake it off. Squeeze it together to get the air out. This works great with porcelain as well. Done! Another impossible fix by Insta-Fix. Insta-Fix is perfect for hanging all your bathroom and kitchen fixtures. Just use a few drops of adhesive, spread it around, I'm using just the pressure of my fingers, that's all. How strong is the Insta-Fix bond? This strong.